Talking about work and perspective, just random topics that came to mind. Last couple days or couple weeks, I've been slightly irritated at myself because, I literally have like 4 days of school left, and my level of excitement is nothing drastic. And so I've kind of been yelling at myself, like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you excited? School's gonna be done. You're gonna be on summer vacation till August. Like, yay! And like, things are cool at home. I don't understand what's going on. Why am I not to that point? Eventually, I had to look at my perspective and change some things like, well, most people look forward to vacation because they don't really like their jobs. So if vacation's coming and I'm not doing backflips over it, then that must mean I enjoy my job. And I do. Like, I enjoy I go to school, I don't go to work. And that's a blessing for me. Like, I think most people, when they find out vacation, they're excited, they're happy, because a lot of people don't like their jobs. And so I had to change my perspective and the way I looked at it and the way I evaluated. Like, hey, I'm blessed if I'm going on vacation and I'm like, okay, great, get to be home. Then that's a different way to look at it. And I think often in life, like, it's just a choice in how you look at it. There's always a positive aspect or perspective and a negative perspective. And you choose every day how you want to look at everything. And so you have that choice of looking at the positive light or the negative light. The glass that's halfway, half empty, half full. You have that choice every single day to make. Now, one thing I encourage you to do is just ask yourself, like, am I looking at this at the right perspective? Am I evaluating things, being aware that there's another way to look at it? When's the last time you just went to a friend, gave them the scenario and said, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. How do you look at this? That's a good way to keep yourself grounded. That's a good way to just evaluate your situation. Me and Joe, we go back at it all the time. And it's good to reflect, like, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. If you don't find yourself questioning yourself, if you don't find yourself seeking other perspectives, that's something you might want to consider working on. And the other issue that popped up was work. The fact is, you're going to spend 33% of your life working, day in, day out. And you got to find it. I see a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-old former students of mine. They got a job. And I basically tell them, you got two options. One option, which I'm cool with, work your way up. Show up early, stay late, work your way up, get training, do everything you can do to be the best worker you can be, and maybe you can be a manager someday, regional manager, whatever the case. Keep grinding to get your way all the way to the top. And the other option is, now this job ain't for me. Well, then okay, you need to go to school. Maybe you need to take online classes. Maybe you need to take one class a semester. Maybe you got to squeeze it in on weekends. You got to find one way to do it. Go back to school so you can go back and get a career that you really enjoy. Because the third option really isn't an option to me. If you hate your job and you don't want to be there, I'm sorry, but either you got to sit there and take it and accept it that you're going to be doing this the next 20, 30, 40 years and don't complain about it. And the third option just doesn't seem like, dude, if you can't stand it, that's too much of your life. Now, I'm not saying you can just up and change right now, because I know a lot of you have lives, you have bills to pay, you can't just quit your job all of a sudden. But you can start thinking about it, you can start evaluating, you can start seeing all of your possible options. Like I said, man, I'm blessed to have a job that I love and enjoy, and I can see myself doing, for the next 30 years. If you don't feel that way, then maybe you need to reevaluate, look at some things, find out other programs available to you. Now, maybe it's just a situational thing. Maybe you just need to make a lateral. Maybe UPS doesn't work for you and you want to go to the American Postal Service. I don't know if that'll help. It might make the situation better coworkers, better boss. But honestly, you have the decisions. You got to figure out what works best for you. And I believe that, you have the ability to think it through, measure out your options, figure it out, and find what's best for you. So, perspective and work, it's a large part of your day, so make the best of it. Have a good day.